take a look at the highlights of Frank's career.
Frank Foti began his career in radio at WELW-AM in Willoughby, Ohio, but soon moved to become chief engineer at a number of legendary major market radio stations, including WMMS Cleveland, KSAN San Francisco, and ultimately WHTZ Z100 in New York. By the late 1980s, Frank had made his mark with the signature sounds of these stations, and his audio processing prowess was so in demand that he shifted from station work to full-time manufacturing of audio processing equipment. He founded Cutting Edge Technologies in 1988. In 1992, he joined forces with Steve Church's Telos Systems, rebranding his audio processing line as the Omnia Audio division of Telos. Frank is now CEO of the Telos Alliance. Through the years, Frank has shown a continuous ability to innovate, developing a long list of advances to the art of broadcast audio processing. Some of his innovations have subsequently become common practice within the radio industry. Frank's efforts don't stop at product design, but extend to evangelism toward the general improvement of broadcast audio quality. As a recent example, he has pioneered the development of single sideband suppressed carrier modulation for FM stereo subcarriers. Frank's many colleagues credit him with unselfish assistance to engineers on the ground at radio stations worldwide. Others cite his balanced understanding of radio technology and business needs. Among them, the renowned Scott Shannon, who credited Frank's ingenuity as playing a big part in Z100's climb from worst to first within one ratings period. Fellow Achievement Award winner and National Radio Systems Committee Chair Milford Smith calls him a great friend to the radio industry and points out that Frank is never too busy to help even the smallest station in its pursuit of audio excellence. Frank's presence is often felt at industry events, both on the exhibit floor and in conference rooms, where he has presented numerous papers on the subject of broadcast audio. He also co-authored a chapter in the NAB Engineering Handbook on transmission audio processing. For all that he has accomplished, and for his continuing role as a technology leader for radio broadcasters, NAB salutes Frank Foti.
I'm pleased to present the NAB Engineering Achievement Award for Radio to Frank Foti. The plaque we have reads National Association of Broadcasters Radio Engineering Achievement Award, presented to Frank Foti in recognition of his distinguished professional career, for leadership in the technical development of new digital radio broadcast services, and for outstanding contributions in the development of consortium business models for digital data distribution, and for his unwavering commitment to the highest standards of innovation, design, and quality in broadcast radio engineering. Frank?
Thank you to the NAB and the selection group for this amazing, humbling, incredible honor. I also wish to congratulate Jay Adrick and Leonard Charles on their awards today too. I've had the incredible opportunity of going from worst to first, not once, but twice. 30 years ago, this coming August in 1983, we built WHTZ FM in New York City from atop of the Empire State Building, as Z100 became #1 in a record-setting 74 days, one rating book. 25 years ago, this June in 1988, Cutting Edge Technologies was born, another trek from worst to first as we entered the field of broadcast audio processing. You know, there's hope for my Cleveland Indians yet on that worst to first thing. I'll sum it up quite easily. Have passion for what you do, play to win as compared to playing not to lose. And do it with modesty, humility, truthfulness, and keep it simple. Thomas Edison was right when he said success was 1% inspiration, and 99% perspiration. Oh yes, I could sure stand here for the next few minutes and wax on about crazy radio stories, processing, and development craziness. And if any of you wish to hear any of those details, please see me afterwards or on the convention floor, and I'll be happy to ramble on. But in the meantime, I've been very fortunate to have shared experiences with many wonderful coworkers, friends, and family. Today, I wish to pass along my thanks and share this achievement with them. I was lucky to be part of two amazing trend-setting radio stations, WMMS in Cleveland and Z100 in New York City. Thank you to those staffs, namely John Gorman at MMS, and a host of comrades at Z100, namely Scott Shannon, Steve Kingston, Dean Thacker, and Steve Pepe. In our industry overall, a huge thank you to Smitty, Milford Smith, Jack Selmar, Glenn Walden, Mike Guidotti, Paul Sanchez, Gary Klein, Mike DeRoe, and Bob Orban. Within the hallowed halls of the TELUS Alliance, Denny Sanders, Marty Sachs, Tim Carroll, Christina Carroll, Cornelius Gould, Rob Dye, Leif Clayson, Ed Zbaginski, Bill Mohat, Goran Thomas, Mark Manolio, Carol Hetman, Kirk Harnack, and John Grandchild. There are some here today, although in spirit. Matt Connor, Bob Canner, my mentor in the trenches of radio engineering, Jim Somich, and my most beloved brother-in-arms, Steve Church. You probably don't know it, but Steve and I developed our DSP non-aliasing clipper algorithm on the back of a napkin at Heck's Cafe in Cleveland, Ohio. I come from a strong Italian family, and in no short order, thank you to Renee, Carl, Sammy, Anthony, and Anne-Marie, along with an adorable 15-year-old stepdaughter, Melena Rose Lloyd. Thank you, Mom, as I know you're here in spirit, along with Elda, who's also been another mom to me just about all my life. But most of all, thank you to my grandfather, Benedetto Cimalia, who found a new life here in the United States and made the most of an 8th grade education. Today, I'm fortunate to share this with my dad, Sam Foti, who's here with us. Dad, your phrase, Frankie, think, it's true. It has stuck with me since those crazy, goofy teenage years when those words were first spoken, and I did need to hear them. Thanks, Dad. Finally, I'm blessed to share life with the most wonderful woman who also loves to raise the bar, and she's the love of my life, Anna Cortez. Once again, thank you, one and all.
Thank you for coming this afternoon and being with us.